Well, welcome everyone to Courage to Caregivers. My name is Cathy, and we're meeting again tonight with the theme of advocacy. Our topic for tonight is effective communication. Effectively communicating on behalf of your loved one is an essential part of your caregiving journey. And I mean really listening to them and advocating for them. And it's not always easy. These conversations can be difficult and not always positive. And there's often conflicts that arise from complaints. But remember that beneath every complaint is an unmet need, both yours and your loved ones. So listening, really listening, is a gift that you can extend to someone in need. And this leads to better understanding on both of your parts. Approaching communication with an attitude of curiosity is a great way to keep an open mind. And entering into a conversation without blame or judgment keeps things fair between the two parties, as does recognizing that you have your own emotions, like sadness or anger or even resentment. All perfectly normal things to feel. We all feel that way. And also recognizing what your triggers are, what activators make these emotions come up. So just noticing these things and then choosing to support yourself with breathing techniques to deactivate and de-escalate a stressful situation. And did you know that you can also breathe, not just for yourself, but with your loved one, literally placing your hand on their shoulders or both shoulders, or even placing your hand at their mid-back is a way of showing support for them. And you yourself beginning to breathe 3 deep breaths allows your loved one to also do that. And then all of a sudden you're breathing in synchronicity with one another, this deep breathing from you to them and from them to you. And I want to tell you, it's a very powerful, valuable tool to use. And, you know, it's that breath, it's always with you. So breathing with your loved one, try it. This can help diffuse a stressful situation as well. And so what are some other things you can do to communicate more effectively? Using I language, instead of saying you, bringing it back to yourself, I, helps you own your part of the conversation. And this is a technique that oftentimes reduces hostility and defensiveness. Also being present with and for someone and staying present. For example, when you're talking to them, giving them your undivided attention, turning off your cell phone, the TV that's in the background, any other notifications, just getting rid of them so that you can look into their eyes with love and have this conversation with nothing else getting in your way. Letting them know that their needs are important and that they are seen and heard. And that is the same for us. That is the way we wish to be treated as well. So let's not forget about you. You're a big component of this conversation. It's not just advocating for someone else, it's advocating for yourself as well. It's as important to do that for you as it is to advocate for them. Not only for your own well-being, but because it will make you a better caregiver. When you learn to look at yourself with kindness and compassion, using awareness and mindfulness, good things happen. Embracing yourself with love may not be second nature to you, but you can learn. And that's what we're doing here in our breathing meditation practices. When you look at yourself through the eyes of love, you begin to see yourself as a perfectly imperfect, perpetually growing work in progress. And when you do this, you offer yourself to the world as the unique gift that you truly are. Don't forget that. And so having said that, that's just a little quick summary of what you'll be discussing tonight. Let's do some breathing. So getting really comfortable in your chair here, shifting your weight from one side to the other, placing your feet flat and firmly on the floor. Finding a nice tall spine, so bringing yourself to the back of the chair, taking the shoulders up to the ears and rolling them back down again so that they're nice and even on both sides. And choosing to leave the eyes softly at a gaze or closed completely. I invite you to begin breathing in and out of the nose, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Just noticing the rhythm of your own breath as it comes and as it goes. Not worrying about anything else that you have to do, because that to-do list will be there when you're done. This is your time. So invite yourself into this space, just you and your breath. And any thoughts that do come in, just notice them without judgment and gently let them go. Just like the breeze on a beautiful August day like today, let it go, let it go, let it go. I'm starting to breathe into the body. So on the inhale, feeling the breath enter through the nose, feeling it move down into the chest, the ribs, and the low belly. When we inhale, the belly expands out away from us. So feeling that rolling motion of the breath. When you exhale, belly contracts and the ribs rise back up, actually fall back into place along with the chest, and then the breath exits out of the nose. So just this rolling wave-like motion of the breath on the inhale and on the exhale. And just try that a few times on your own so that you can really connect with that rhythm. Beautiful, everyone. Good. And know with every breath, your stress level is beginning to decelerate. So just getting lower and lower and lower. If the stress level's high, you're bringing it down with every single breath. Good. And we're going to take a moment to revisit the sighing breath, S-I-G-H-I-N-G, that we've been doing all month. We know that when we breathe in with a nice deep inhale. When we take a breath out, we breathe it out slowly with a sigh. Ah. You can do that with an open mouth or a closed mouth, your choice. Breathing in and then exhaling with a long, drawn out, deep sigh. And we know that this is, in the physical sense, very good, a very good thing to do in the body, very good way to release tension. And so I invite you to try that sighing breath on your own for a few rounds. Really feeling it in your body. Good. Beautiful. You get the idea, sighing breath. And so since this is a breath of the month, this is something you can practice in between meeting on Monday nights. You get to do this anytime you want to call it up. Good. Next, we'll try a little bit of alternate nostril breathing. We've done this in the past, but if you have forgotten how, no worries. We're going to go over it together. So this is breathing in and out of one nostril at a time. And you know, that's not the way we're used to breathing at all. So right now, I just want you to take your middle finger and the thumb, and we're going to use just those two fingers for now. We're going to close off the left nostril and just breathe in and out of the right. And just get used to what that might feel like. And don't be surprised if it feels a little blocked for some reason. That's okay. For those of you with colds or COVID, it might be difficult to do this. And if it is, no worries, you don't have to do it. So just breathing in and out of that nostril. And then we'll take the thumb and close off the right nostril and breathe in and out of the left. Good. And then just switch from side to side, closing off one side and then the other, just feeling what it is like to breathe in and out of one. Good. And then with your hand, make your peace fingers, index finger, middle finger, fold those fingers down. And now for this practice, we're going to be using the ring finger and the thumb to go back and forth. The pinky is just there because it looks cute, okay? So we're going to connect with that left nostril, taking the ring finger to close that off and breathe in through the right. And then exhale right. Closing off the right, breathing in through the left. And then closing off the left, breathing out through the right. We'll try that again, breathing in through the right, closing right, exhaling left, inhaling left, closing left, and exhaling right. So that's one round. Maybe we did two. Anyway, you get the idea. It is just alternating through, between each nostril. Don't worry if you don't get it right the first or second time. We're here to practice this. I'll talk you through one more round and then you can try some on your own. So closing off the left, inhaling right. Closing right, exhaling left. Inhaling left. Closing left, exhaling right. I'll let you go ahead and try some of this on your own for a couple of rounds. Beautiful, everyone. As that feels complete, you can return your hands down to your thighs and take a couple more rounds of breath on your own at your own pace, doing whatever breathing technique feels most natural for you. As you settle back into this natural breath, I'll read our affirmations for tonight's practice. I check in with myself with compassion and curiosity. I calmly express my needs and desires. Today, I choose to see anger, resentment, complaints, and grievances as unmet needs. So a couple more rounds of breath. Just feeling your stress melt away with every breath. And whenever you're ready, gently blinking open the eyes. And we will begin a little bit of mindful movement today. First, we'll start with some head and neck exercises. Just remember to sit up nice and straight and tall as you begin to move the neck around slowly. Being mindful not to put too much stress there. Keep your circles small if your neck is tense. And when you're ready, just starting to move in the opposite direction. Good. And then coming back to center, we're just going to take the head up and then a little bit side to side as if you're painting a rainbow from shoulder to shoulder. Very gently, no stress or feeling hurried at all, just taking your time. And then coming back to center, taking your gaze down to the floor, letting your neck drop, feeling an opening in the back of the neck there. And then starting to take your gaze from shoulder to shoulder as if you were painting a little smile. Nice and easy, nice and slowly. Good. Then coming back to center with a tall spine, you're going to take your hands to the back of the chair. So down where the back portion meets the seat, there's a little place to hang on to. So with that, we're going to come forward, drawing the shoulder blades together, lifting the gaze, opening the heart. Good. And then release and just bring your back body back to the back of the chair. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling, heart opener, lifting the gaze, knitting those shoulder blades together. Exhale, just returning toward the back of the chair, tall spine. Good. One more time. Inhaling. And exhale, coming back to neutral. Beautiful, everyone. We're going to begin some eagle poses here. So sitting with your feet on the floor, bringing your arms out in front of you, and then crossing at the elbows, wrapping your arms around each other, and bringing your palms together, however you can get there. So you can stay right here, or if it's comfortable for your shoulders, lifting your arms. As for me, I'm going to stay right here, breathing into eagle arms. Feeling those shoulder blades open and expand. Breathing into that stretch. And then when you're ready, uncurling the hands, bringing the arms behind you like wings, soaring in eagle wings. Just flying through the air at your own pace, light as a feather, confident, strong, and focused. Good. Beautiful. And then coming back to center with those extended arms. This time we'll cross at the elbows, do the opposite of what you did before. Bring those palms together and feel the opening. It might feel a little different on this side. It's okay. Breathing into your eagle. And then releasing those hands, bringing your wings behind you, once again, soaring through the sky on a cloudless day with blue skies, knowing that you are supported, knowing that you have focus and concentration, knowing that you have all the resilience you need to be that warrior eagle for you and your loved one. Beautiful. And then bringing hands together at the heart, we're going to do a couple of warrior poses in your chair. So moving to the right side of the chair, you're just going to let your body shift to the right. So you have a bent knee. Your left knee should be bent right there in front of you. We're going to take the right leg behind you, and we're going to find that nice tall spine. So kind of pivoting yourself towards that bent knee. Beautiful. From here, drawing strength from your core and lifting your arms up overhead in warrior one, gazing towards that bent knee, but gazing out front. Breathing here, strong warrior. And then bending at the elbows, cactusing the arms to draw those elbows towards your body. A little variation of warrior one. And then moving your body to the side, opening the arms to the side. We find warrior two. Arms are at shoulder height, so we're not hunched up by the ears. We let the arms fall to the shoulder height as we gaze out over those extended fingers. Breathing here in your warrior. Warrior for yourself, warrior for your loved ones. And then taking that right hand down the right thigh, we're going to flip the left palm up as we extend that arm up. A little reverse warrior here, breathing into this beautiful stretch. And then eventually extending those arms again. Warrior two, slow, steady breath. And then bringing the hands to your heart, using your core strength to pivot to the center of your chair and then over to the opposite side. So just moving to the other side. Bending into that forward knee. Other leg comes down behind you. And we're going to take our gaze to that knee as we lift the arms overhead, reaching for the stars, warrior one. Beautiful. Hands come down to the heart. And then we cactus the arms to the side, drawing those elbows down towards the ribs. Breathing here in warrior one. And then inhale, lifting those arms overhead, moving to the side as we come into warrior two, taking your gaze forward. And then taking that left hand down the left thigh, flipping the right palm up overhead, taking your gaze upward. Warrior, reverse warrior. Good. Breathing. And then returning your arms to shoulder height, warrior two, couple more breaths. And bringing your hands to your heart, pivoting yourself back to a central position. Oops. Bringing your back body to the back of the chair. And we'll find a seated mountain pose. So feet on the floor, shoulders back, open heart, bringing your arms down alongside you with the palms facing forward. Beautiful. Breathing here, seated mountain pose. Let's reach the arms up overhead, tall mountain. Reach, reach, reach through your fingertips. Exhaling, hands to your heart. Now let's get ready for our deep rest tonight. We're going to be doing a little loving kindness meditation. So find your comforts, lower your lights, find your music if you want that, and be prepared to drift away into that silent, peaceful place inside, the place that resides within you. Good. So finding yourself either sitting comfortably in your chair or lying down on your floor or on a couch, settling in to loving kindness meditation, which nurtures compassion for ourselves. Remember, we have to love ourselves first before we can fully love someone else. We're going to send some kindness to ourselves and then out into the whole world. So be present with the breath in your body, breathing in and breathing out, closing the eyes. Finding the breath coursing through your body once again. And turn your focus to your heart. Imagine yourself breathing in and out of your heart space. Feel your heart beating with gratitude and warmth. And think about looking at yourself with loving eyes. See yourself as others see you all day and every day. Imagining this perspective, think about all the things that make you uniquely you. Focus on the ways that you are generous, kind, and loving, and the ways that you care for others, all the things that others like about you. And let these feelings begin to gather and be centered right in your heart. Perhaps you might even feel a little warmth around your heart. And in an act of compassion, feeling this warmth and this love for yourself, begin to repeat these words to yourself. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I be happy in body and in mind. May I always have enough. May my heart know peace. And let these feelings and words of compassion for yourself permeate every cell in your body. And remember to stay connected to the breath. Next, bring to mind someone who is dear to you, a family member or a trusted friend, someone in whose presence you can relax and be fully appreciated for who you are, someone who truly gets you. Feel the goodness of this heart connection and feel your mutual gratitude. And as you offer loving kindness to this person, say this to yourself as if you were speaking to them. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be healthy in body and in mind. May you be happy. May you always have enough. And may your heart know peace. Feel the sincerity of these words that you are offering your dear one. Feel their ability to open your heart also. And smile to yourself, thinking about this loving kindness that you are generating now. Next, bring to your mind a casual acquaintance, someone that you recognize but do not know well. It could be a neighbor or a clerk at the grocery store, or even the mailman, for example. And as you think of them, wish them well from your heart and send some loving kindness their way, imagining that your wishes are touching them right now, bringing some ease to their minds and their hearts. And as you think of this person, say to yourself, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be healthy in body and in mind. May you be happy. May you always have enough. May your heart know peace. Take a moment to appreciate the sincerity of these words and feel the ability to open your heart just a little bit more. And keep breathing this rhythmic breath through the body and through your heart. Next, imagine someone in your life who is difficult, someone who is hard to love. As you bring them to your mind, try to let go of any anger or even indifference that you have towards them. And send them a little loving kindness from your heart to theirs, saying to yourself, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be healthy in body and in mind. May you be happy. May you always have enough. And may your heart know peace. Appreciating these words and feeling their ability to open and warm your own heart. Next, begin to send your loving kindness to all the people and animals in the world, to all beings everywhere, be they happy or sad, loved or neglected, in good health or poor health, in poverty, in riches, in all stages of life. And as you picture your kindness and your love radiating from your heart out into the whole world, say these words to yourself to expand this circle of loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be healthy in body and in mind. May you be happy. May you always have enough. May your heart know peace. And appreciating these words, feeling the ability to warm and open your heart, imagine that this practice brings about deep healing for yourself and others. And now returning this loving kindness that you've extended to the whole world back to you where it all began. Let yourself bask in this feeling of loving kindness. Let your heart feel warm and open, feeling the deep healing that loving kindness brings. Let that feeling wash over you like a gentle waterfall. And rest. Rest your body, rest your mind, and rest your heart. Just rest. Very gently and with great care, begin to bring your awareness back to the body. Starting to invite in some movement, wiggling fingers and toes, taking a full body stretch on the floor or in your chair, giving yourself whatever movement you need to come back to the present moment, but do take your time. And when you feel called, just rolling to one side, resting there and breathing, deepening that breath. And I'm going to go ahead and read some quotations for tonight's practice. The first one is from Rachel Scott. She says, "Today we are the driver who is irritated by the oblivious pedestrian. Tomorrow we will be the pedestrian irritated by the aggressive driver. When we recognize that we have all been the other guy at one point or another, we can soften and remember that we are all on the same team." I love that. The next one is a little quotation from Pema Chodron. And she says, "Compassion for others begins with kindness to ourselves." And that is so, so true. So whenever you feel ready to press yourself back up into a seated position, I invite you to do that whenever it feels right. Just place your hands together and meet me with hands at the heart. Maybe taking your gaze to closed eyes or a soft gaze as you breathe in and out. Feeling your heart rise and fall. Feel your hands moving back and forth. And just in this moment, feeling supported and loved and nurtured and cared for. Let's release the hands, raising the arms up overhead. And then bringing the hands back to the heart. It was such a joy to be with you tonight. May the rest of the week be less stressful, and may you find ways to reduce that stress each and every day. Thank you for being here. The light within me honors and recognizes the light that I see shining within you. We share that acknowledgement when we say together, Namaste.